Hello, welcome to the Freak Show. Bumpy McSquigums here. I want to thank you all for joining me as I continue once again with my Let's Play of Shadowrun Hong Kong. We're on episode 10, and I think it's finally time for us to pick a mission and do something. So, we are going to open the job directories and view all pending jobs. I think we're going to go with the serial killer one. I like that one. Alright, so let's go and take the run. Good, I'll tell the elders you're coming. They don't like outsiders. They might shoot at you if I don't warn them that you'll be arriving. Alright, so we're going to go back to route and walk away. Alright, I'm not sure where to go. Go to the Whampoa to track down a serial killer. Well, I suppose we should probably walk around, see if we can't find a few more pieces of equipment. And, oh, I don't know. Well, I guess we use the MTR to do so. She gave me a few different places to head to check out, to get, like, better equipment and whatnot. So, let's see if we can find some of those. What does this guy... Spider Shed. This is actually the one I was looking for, so perfect. Despite the wind and rain pelting Hioe, the proprietor of his stall, a monk, judging by their outfit, is unconcerned. The monk's expression is indifferent, though hardly placid or serene. Muscles show as tightly wound metal bands beneath the skin, ready to snap in any direction without warning. What's more, the monk's robes are anything but ordinary. Certainly, silk makes up the base outfit, but it's paired with high-impact ballistic armor, heavy-duty boots, and a bandolier of throwing knives. Well. The table in front of you is arrayed with a wide variety of melee weapons, charms, jade pendants, and other mystical accoutrements. Beneath an awning in the rear are rows upon rows of cages, each housing some variety of exotic reptile or insect. These in turn are flanked by jars and boxes of Chinese herbs, incense, powders, and inks. The monk spares you only the shortest of glances as you approach. I am Monk Shen. Most people in Hioe call me Spider Shen on account of the spiders back there. You're not local, not by a long shot. It's definitely a statement, not a question. Yeah, what about it? What tipped you off? Shen smirks crookedly, two teeth peeking out from beneath thin lips. Body language, you're not afraid to look me in the eye for one. For another, your clothes, not in fashion here in Hong Kong. Swords, knives, clubs, I sell it all, I make most of these. But if I can't, I've got friends who can. If you need incense or salves for meditation, I can make and sell those too. And if your joint's ache, I can give you acupuncture. Shen places both palms on the table, leaning over it toward you with a wicked grin. So, what can I show you? You're a monk and a weapons dealer? Shen slowly raises an eyebrow, arms folded. Yeah? Where else would the ancient masters have gotten their legendary swords and spears? Down at the mall? Wah. I was at Wudang Mountain for 15 years before coming back to Hong Kong. I've been practicing Xing Yi Quan my entire life. That's how I learned the herbs, as well as the forms, okay? It just so happens I'm good in a forge, too. That's why what you buy here is better than most other people's. So why become a weapons dealer out here? I was a runaway, a street orphan in Aberdeen. Okay. One day, an old man who called himself Whoa, offered to take me in and let me make something of myself as long as I worked hard. Nothing in this life is free, friend, not even Grandfather Woe's help, so I work for him now. Sounds like he was part of a triad. Shen's eyes roll at this. Obviously, you think I'm in Kindly's little haven for no reason. She and Grandfather Woe are on good terms. I don't get in her way, I pay a cut to her, and everybody's happy, even Woe, because I solve problems for him. Shen raises a bald fist, which suddenly bursts into a blue flame. After a moment, he gutters and it goes out. Or it gutters and goes out. Alright. Remember that. If anyone ever gives you something for free in Hioe, you pay it back with money or blood, but you pay it back regardless. Alright, why are your weapons special? Alright, I get the picture. Let's talk about something else. I don't feel like talking to you, buddy. I want to get on with it. Let me see your wares. Alright. I am using the machete. Oh, cool. It shows me what I have owned right now. Very nice. Its reach is 1. It does 3 damage. What other weapons you got? You got Spiked Fist. That's a piece of garbage. You have a throwing knife. So the best thing I can do is upgrade to a katana. That seems kind of weak, but whatever, I'll buy it. Alright, let's see what else we got. We got outfits, street monk outfit. I don't have an outfit, so apparently getting one's probably a good idea. Alright, we'll do that. That was relatively expensive. What am I using right now? I have a secure samurai clothing. Armor of 1, and then the street monk outfit is better. So, yeah, give me some street monk outfit. What? Alright, then we're going to go to the machete. And apparently I can have more than one weapon. Why would I do that? That seems really bizarre. I'm assuming this is me. Team. It's weird. Yeah, well, whatever. Sure. Okay, we'll confirm it, I guess. That's all for now. Thank you. A little bit strange, a little bit weird, I'm not gonna lie. Alright, let's get out of here. This place gives me the willies. Let us leave this place and be about our business, I guess. Well, it said that we can get some pretty cool weapons from Frederick here. Let's talk to him real quick. Like most troll bouncers, this man is knotted with muscles, but absent are the myriad of scars that come with age or indiscretion. His only blemishes are the bony skin growths common to his kind, and a single deep scar across his neck and collarbone. You watch yourself in there, or else we check your aerodynamics. And just what will you do if I don't? How do you mean? Anyone causes trouble, I see how far I can throw him. No fighting, no killing, no sex trade. He lifts his arm, flexing, muscles jump out like a mass of serpents and steel cabling. His arm is easily as thick as most humans' waists. I don't mess around. Neither do I, buddy. I'm just watching the door. I thought he was the guy that get weapons from. I don't feel like going into Club 88. Alright, we're going to go to the MTR station here. Alright, looks like we get to hop on to board the train. And we're heading to the Whampoa Garden to discover who's killing the Whampoan elders. In addition to your team, your fixer has access to a small network of mercenaries in the Kowloon area. These runners appear below your core team on the runner selection screen and can be hired on a mission-to-mission basis. As you complete missions, both your team members and the available mercenaries will periodically gain access to new equipment and abilities. Any new items, spells, weapons, or weapon abilities that a runner gains will automatically be available for use the next time you take them on a mission. Cool. Alright, so we have Isobel, Ractor, Duncan, good old Gabbett. We have Eos, the drone rigger here. The old mercenary. We have Brent Shirky, X-Fioy, or Flo, I guess. Killuminati. Yes! The Killuminati. Confirmed. And El Duce. A street samurai. Alright, so let's roll with our boys here, right? We're going to bring Duncan along, because good old Gun Show, you know, he's the man. So we're going to bring him along. We can only bring 3, or can we bring up to 4? We're going to bring Gabbett along, because we love Gabbett. And we could bring her... I don't know, man. Bringing the rigger along is pretty sexy. Maybe we're going to drop Duncan. I don't... No, we need Duncan. I'm sorry, guys. Alright, we're going to get Duncan, we're going to get Gabbett. We'll bring our original crew. We'll go full normal crew this time. And then in the future we'll go with Ractor and see what he's got. I mean, look at that stuff. That looks super sexy. Come on now. Who doesn't want to roll with that dude? That's fine. We'll roll with these guys. We must find a murderer. Whampoa Garden, a carnival of chrome and neon, rife with every manner of technology and artifice one can imagine. The entire area has the feel of a night market, save that chips are sold in lieu of steamed buns, and vendors hawk the latest drones rather than folk art. Something stalks these streets, hiding just out of sight. It stalks the Whampoan elders, the leaders of the band of tech-savvy squatters that have claimed this neighborhood as their own. The streets smell of ozone and fear, and those Whampoians you pass in the MTR station have a haunted, furtive look in their eye. While the killer has struck only at the elders thus far, it may only be a matter of time before ordinary residents are menaced as well. Alright, let's roll out with what we have, I guess. Duncan, what you got, buddy? What you got? What is this? This is the Duncan's armored vest. We give you a secure street samurai thing. No? That seems really bad. Let's... Oh, no. Unload it. No! Cannot huh. Like, your equipment was better. I wanted to see! Oh, I can revert. Oh, thank goodness. Okay. I'm like, wait a minute. That doesn't make any sense at all. Alright, so we're rolling pretty good with these guys. I think everybody's got pretty much what they need to. Yeah, look at this. She's even got her deck there. She's ready. Alright, let's confirm it and get going. Eventually. Maybe. Apparently the game was auto-saved. You have karma available to improve your character's attributes and skills. Sure. Let's open the karma screen and see what we can see. We have 6 available. Alright, let's go with strength, and we'll go one more point. There we go. I like it. Confirm. Let's go. The streets of the Whampoa Garden are slick with rain, glittering under the neon glow of the myriad signs and holographic displays. The sky reflects the same glow, painting the white apartment blocks the sickly orange of sodium streetlights. Okay. Sure. The smell of grilling meat mingles with other rarer scents, ozone, engine oil, and high-tech fabrication facilities. How do you smell ozone? Whatever. Despite the hour, there are plenty of people out and about, and you hear the calls of street vendors and touts urging people into their stores. Isobel wrinkles her nose, scowling darkly. She wraps her arms tightly around her chest, staring off into the distance. Is there a word for feeling nostalgic for a place you can't wait to leave again? I don't miss this place, but I miss the feeling I had when I lived here. Saudade, maybe? I don't know. Not that I know of. Isobel sighs heavily. This place seemed like heaven after the walled city, like the whole world had unfurled in front of me, and anywhere I turned there was the promise of a good life. Turned out this place was just as crappy as everywhere else. Everyone was still in it for themselves. Gobbet clasps a hand on Isobel's shoulder, who flinches and pulls away. That's a great life lesson, Ease. I'm serious. At the end of the day, life's a raw deal. You've got yourself and a handful of friends, and that's it. Nothing else. Duncan casts a sidelong glance at Isobel and Gobbet, shaking his head. You got some strange ideas about life. Sure, life's a meat grinder, but come on, there's got to be more to life than just surviving. Does there? What makes you the authority of that? Isobel waves a dismissive hand. I'm done talking about this, anyway. Isobel turns toward you and points down the street to your left. We're looking for the Whampoan elders. They're going to be in the Whampoa itself. That's a big ship down the street. That's the mall-shaped like a boat, right? Isobel nods, lips pursed. That's the one. Somebody thought it would be clever to make a uniquely shaped mall. Alright, well, let's get to stepping here, guys. We can get ourselves into a whole bunch of trouble. I heard he's not just dead, but he's been all cut up. Well, there's a lot of people just randomly standing here. It's kind of interesting, I suppose. Why are there so many people here? It's like we're in England. The elders don't want anyone to go inside without their permission. It must be pretty bad in there. Yeah, this dude, he totally looks like a nice lad. I don't know, I just don't feel safe here anymore. Well, let's look around and see what we can find. Oh, these guys definitely look like savory fellows. We better find someplace indoors to sleep, Jan. The streets are dangerous lately. Alright, well, so far I'm not really seeing a whole heck of a lot coming up our way. A few various places, but I mean, it's not like we can even talk to anyone at this point. We can just go to the Whampoa. And that's pretty much it, so that's kind of the entirety of it, huh? Alright, well, I suppose wandering around and exploring really didn't net me much there. It's a little bit sad, I'm not gonna lie, but it's okay. We'll just have to accept it and move on. Alright, well, apparently we're about to get into a talking little mess here. Ooh, this guy's got a drone. What's that? Is that a hologram? Yeah, holograph. What? Elder NG. This orc woman, I guess it is an orc woman. So it didn't really look like a woman at first glance, but okay. It's festooned with small circuits, tiny TRID screens, and speakers. The TRID screens display snippets of TRID broadcasts from every corner of the world. The tiny speakers play counterpoint with a susurrus. No idea. A voices speaking Oh my goodness, there's so many different... what language is that? Sparathiel? Punjabi? Kazakh? Kazakh? And other languages. Alright, so obviously I don't know very much about multiple crazy languages that I've never heard of. Sorry! Her expression is haggard and she fidgets with her fingers as you approach. Welcome, welcome to the Wampoa, my friend. I am Elder NG, and these are Elders Tang and Ip, or LP or IP. NG gestures to the elf and human who each incline their heads respectfully. Thank you so much for answering our request for help. We had nowhere else to turn. It's the least we could do. Sure, whatever. As long as you can pay, I can help. It's the least we could do. Under Tang's skin, glowing tattoos writhe and change shape. Tigers become cranes and move on to dragons. We're under threat. One by one, we elders are being hunted by some monster. As you may have noticed when you arrived, there's been another killing just tonight. LP crosses his solid chrome arms. Holographic readouts dance constantly over their surface, displaying diagnostic information about their state, operating temperature, servo pressure, and a variety of other minutiae. He looks past you toward Isobel. Ah, the prodigal daughter returns. I didn't expect to see you back aboard Wampoa in my lifetime, Isobel. When you disappeared, Elder Yatunde was very put out. I'm glad you're still alive. When you chose to walk your own path, I was disappointed, but I still understood why you had to leave. LP pauses, tasting the air as he chooses his next word, with care. I hope my lessons have helped you prosper. Didn't expect to be back either. Work takes you places, though. Isabel shrugs. A moment later, she places a hand on her pistol, eyes trained on LP's shoes. I don't cart this around for fun, LP. The lessons kept me alive. Isabel blinks several times and then looks up at NG, her expression clouded. Where is Yatunde, anyway? I expected her to be here. NG shakes her head sadly. She reaches out a hand toward Isabel, who shrinks away from it. She's dead. So are Gon and Nakamura. And Tong was killed just tonight. So much blood. You have to stop this from continuing. Isobel's expression remains impassive, but her knuckles grow white as her hands ball up into fists. That's what we're here for. We'll stop the killings. Thank you, Isobel. NG lifts a hand, wiping tears away from her eyes. What can you tell me about the murders? They started 2 weeks ago. The first to go was gone. We found him in his apartment eviscerated. NG swallows, grimacing at the painful memory. He'd been torn apart, his head had been ripped completely off, and most of his skin flayed away. This is wonderful, guys. This is definitely a bedtime video for all of you. There was so much blood it took us a week to clean out his apartment. Tang nods, running his palm over his forehead. The rest have been the same, always at night, always dismembered. Each scene is like a nightmare. Well, the last one was eviscerated, not dismembered. Continuity! Every time, nobody has seen anything. It's like a ghost. What happened to Tong? The same thing that happened to the rest of the victims, evisceration and dismemberment. Ah! We sent a guard to keep people out of his shop, but he'll let you in. When did he die? Sometime early tonight. He's locked up his shop, but LP stopped by to ask him about skill chips he had. The door was unlocked, and inside, NG lifts her hands helplessly. She opens her mouth, but no words come out. Seeing NG's inability to continue, LP takes over. Inside looked like a bad horror sim, just like all the other murders. It had to happen after sundown because I saw a shop open when I was on my way to get some noodles for dinner. Why didn't you call the police? The Hong Kong police force isn't welcome here. They've tried to force us out several times before, or come hunting for someone to pin a crime on. We do a lot of favors for local gangs and triads, handle their matrix security, fix up their gear, and make sure they have access to Hong Kong's Shadowlands hub. We're too valuable a resource to them to lose, so they protect us when the HKPF or anyone else decides that we're an easy target. They handle our physical security, and we make sure to send the message via the Matrix. The last time the HKPF made trouble, we started airing the assistant chief's dirty laundry over the Trid. They got the picture and backed off. Have you made any enemies lately? NG shrugs helplessly. Not that I can think of. We keep to ourselves. We buy and sell technology. We're not mercenaries or criminals. We're merchants and deckers. And even if someone was cheated in a deal, this kind of response is, well, it's unthinkable. Whatever did this, it wasn't human. The violence and savagery, it's a monster, whatever it is. Plenty of metahumans are monsters too, NG. Just because it's horrible doesn't mean it's supernatural. What did the Wampoan elders do? Isabel snorts derisively. They make the rules and kick people out who don't obey them. They're a bunch of petty tyrants, that's what. You're being unfair, Isobel. Our laws are for the good of the community. Tang turns to address you. We keep the Wampoa and its residents safe. We review trade agreements with outsiders to see if they're good for the community. We provide a guiding vision, like town council. I can respect that. I'm glad you understand. This community is fragile, and the authorities bear us a lot of ill will. A single misstep could spell our end. I am the invoker of sprites. I commune with the spirits of machines, ask them for blessings, and pass those blessings on to the people here. I heal the sick and ensure that the feng shui of our inhabitants, or of our habitats, there we go, that's the word, wow, is as good as it can be, given our confines. She's a shaman, that's all. She's just got some kooky spin on it. Claims her totem is some kind of all-encompassing machine god that lives in circuitry. Isobel pats her deck, looking at NG. Ancient gods and ancestors are one thing. My deck, it's mine. I built it. The only spirits it's got in it are the ESPs I loaded up with. NG gives Isobel a look of deep sadness. Just because you cannot see or touch a thing does not mean that it does not exist. Just because you do not believe in it does not mean that it can't protect you from afar. I can't touch programs either, but at least I can prove that they have an effect on the physical world. Your superstitions are just that. Bullcrap. Isobel glances at you, jerking a thumb toward Tang. This guy treats drones like they're living things. Is that right? What exactly do you do, Tang? Tang extends an arm, palms up, as you watch the tattoos therein shift into a complex mathematical formula. I am the first and glorious servo. I study patterns and repair machinery and teach others how to attune themselves to the wonders of automation. The blessed Autofab is my shop in Purview, where we make drones we use and sell. As for me, I serve the Resplendent Voltage Spike. LP smiles crookedly. That means I shoot people who try to screw with us. It's a fancy title for head of security. That's all for now. It might be wise to ask the residents of Wampoa Garden if they've seen or heard anything after they've gone to Tong's Sensory Carnival. They may have seen or heard things we have not. Good to know. Well, also a little bit creepy. So that was just very, 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 very bizarre. Alright, we got a bunch of objectives added. Hey, who was that dude? There's clearly a guy over here. This is the guy who's done it. It's him. Can we shoot him? Can I? No? I won't let me kill him? I bet it's that dude right there. He's gonna roll out on us later on and be like, yeah, I was behind you the whole time. You never looked back. I was right over your shoulder. If only you would have looked back, you would have seen me, and death would have ensued. Doesn't really seem like there's much going on here. Like, this looks like some sort of casino or something along those lines, but to what end, I wonder? I mean, it's not like we can do anything here. I can't talk to any of these people, so we gotta go back out into the garden and off of the Wampoa, I guess? The Wampoa Express. It's like the Pork Chop Express, only different. Alright, that's fine. Alright, well, looks like we go over here and we talk to Tong's Sensory Carnival. Or we visit Tong's Sensory Carnival. How about that? Porter Lamb at your service. The elders told me you'd be coming. They tell you about what happened to Tong? He got killed earlier tonight, yeah? Killed? Ha! That's rich. Killed is when a BTL head sticks a knife in you for your cred stick, or the cops put 2 in your chest for not kissing up hard enough. This is something else entirely. This isn't killed. This is slaughtered like a fatted calf. Watch yourself. It's a goddamn mess in there. Okay. Welcome to the Sensory Carnival. Tong's Sensory Carnival looks like a scene out of a B-grade slasher sim. The cloying scent of incense hangs thick and pungent in the air, emanating from the small shrine in the corner of the shop. Unfortunately, it does nothing to cover up the reek of death and clotted blood. Despite the ragged remnants of Elder Tong littering the floor, the rest of the shop appears to be in good order. Well, at least at first glance. Nothing is broken, tipped over, or otherwise ransacked. As you're about to step further in the room, you glance at the ceiling and walls. The blood from Tong's body isn't just confined to where his remains lie. Drying blood is spread about the walls and ceiling as well. Well, isn't that lovely? Let's see Tong's body over here. Tong's body is a ruined mess. The destroyed ruin of his face is barely recognizable, and what is left of his body would best be described as savaged. All of his limbs have been torn off, and a pile of flayed skin lies next to the remnants of the Wampoan elder. The Wampoan's clothing has all but been reduced to rags and tissue by cuts and tears apparently sustained during the flaying. At this point, the only thing holding what's left of his body into a semblance of human form is the hair-thin fiber optics of his cyberware. Gobbet puts a hand over her mouth, speaking in an uncharacteristically serious tone. Sweet heavens, Squigs, I haven't seen anything like this since Auntie Wong, Chang, tried to stash some cred sticks in a rat's nest. It takes a lot to turn my stomach, but we sure have a winner today. This is seriously messed up. I second that. This isn't a murder. This is more like, I don't know, a feeding frenzy. If it weren't for the skin, I'd say Tong stepped on a freaking mine or something. Alright, if we had biotech, we could examine the body. If we had spellcasting or conjuring, we could use astral perception to sense the body. Have Gobbet sense the body. I guess that's going to be it. You're the boss. Man, this is going to be unpleasant. Gobbet closes her eyes, taking a deep breath. After a moment, she opens them again and makes a strange grunting noise. There's no fear here, Squigs. No anger either. Just this kind of satisfied feeling. Tong never saw it coming, and whoever did it was a professional about it, which is pretty odd because nobody's professional about eviscerating a body as far as I know. Think it was a hit? You mean the murder wasn't some kind of animal attack? I don't know why the killer was after Tong, but it definitely wasn't the kind of mindless creature or even someone particularly passionate. It was somebody who planned this and executed it and was glad about it. I don't know. Kind of feels like it was just business as usual. Well, that's creepy. Alright, folks. Well, I'll leave you with this wonderful bloody nightmare for, well, you to sleep very pleasantly over. And in the next episode, we'll continue to search around and see if we can't track down a few more clues and eventually find ourselves a murderer. But until such a time as that, my name's Bumpy McSquigums. Thank you for stopping by the Freak Show, and I will see you later.